Hello, Grail here from Pathway Teaching. I hope you're having a wonderful day and everything's going your way, as they say. I'm here today to talk to you about a course that will be running in March. It's land and house healing. I've been doing land and house healing for over 30 years, and I've been teaching it in the advanced course of shamanism for the last maybe 15 years. But I found that I didn't get enough time to share a lot of the wisdom and a lot of the knowledge that I've accumulated over that period of time to give it the time that it deserves to fully equip the people that want to take this skill up so that they're fully armed to walk forward with the divine and rods and do the wonderful work. Long ago, when I started my shamanic journey, I was asking Spirit, where would I end up? What would I do? And they told me I'd be doing land and house healing. And I thought they were crazy because I said, who the hell would want you to heal their house or do this with their house, go in with divine and rods, do this and that. And sure enough, years later, that's what I ended up doing. I rough estimate, I think I've over 5,000 properties done in my time, both here and different parts of the world. And when I was young, I used to dream of ghosts. I always ended up in a haunted house and I used to wake up terrified. And I could see ghosts out the window, looking in the window through the bedroom at night. And of course, 3, 4, 5 years of age, whatever it was, you didn't tell anyone about these things. You just lived in that terror and kept it to yourself. Because if you did tell it people, they would think you were mad. Anyway, years later, when I was about 10 or 11 years of age, I was playing just outside the window of that room, and Dad said to me, move away from there. That's where the spirits walk. So that was my first introduction to a spirit line. So the reason I bought this course out on its own is because I feel it needs to be expanded and more people need it. It's not for everybody, this course, because it's the energy that you deal with. Any of you that, do a bit of divine and stuff will definitely know. But sometimes the energies you meet on land can be very heavy, very toxic, very, very, sometimes very dark. To me, the land is like a human being. It has memory, it has imprint. It carries the traumas, it carries the memories, it carries all this kind of stuff in it. And our job, and what we try to do, our goal is to leave the land the way it was before we humans messed up with it, to leave it in its original state. Now, there's lots of things that we got to do when we're doing that. We'll be teaching you about ley lines. And I work with ley lines, work with fairy lines, work with yin lines. That's a magnetic energy, and dragon lines. They're all these kind of lines. And over the years, you'd experience these energies coming in and coming out. And sometimes you'd hit an energy and you wouldn't know what it was. So you stay with it for a while till you learn what it was and then learn how to heal it. So over the years, I've accumulated all this knowledge, all this wisdom, if you like, in a way. And that's not from an ego aspect, I'm saying that, but I feel it's really time to share it. And I remember one time someone saying to me when I started teaching land and house on the course, they were saying, why are you teaching this? There'll be nothing left for you. I've never been as busy with houses. I can't do them all. And the more people that we have doing this work and bringing peace of mind to families and to corporations, to whatever it is that you'll be guided to work with, is what it's all about. And for me, certainly that's what it's about. It's about sharing the medicine and bringing it out there. So we'll be working with that kind of energy, looking at ley lines, examine them, and showing you the different types of ley lines, working with fairy lines, how to work with them, work with spirit lines, how to work with them, how to release the spirits, and how to release the line. Spirits, when they walk on the line, can be walking on it for hundreds of years. Usually in Ireland, you get a lot of spirit lines that incorporate famine people, incorporate where there's been battles and the soldiers are walking home. And they've been doing that for hundreds of years. So their souls need to be released. And also in releasing that energy from the land and from the place, you're releasing the trauma, you're releasing the imprint. We look at electromagnetic. If you get an energy of power lines running close to a house, you get the energy of geopathic stress on the house. That to me is a stew for disaster, because the electromagnetic affects the human people, and the energy of the ley lines, the geopathic stress, affects the immune system of the person and brings them down, and people become sick. So it's a very toxic environment, and when you release the two of them, there's a big change in it. So, you know, that's just the basic thing of it. And I just want to acknowledge my teacher who taught me this many, many years ago in Blessington, County Wicklow, Joe Mullally. He was a great, great teacher. He introduced me to divining. He introduced me to healing houses. And after that, my greatest teacher would have been another teacher, Peter von Mantis and Zimula, Sangoma teacher, who sadly now has passed away. But the greatest teacher, them being my two initial teachers on land, I must mention David Furlong, who wrote the book Working with Earth Energies, was an amazing teacher as well. I was doing some of the work for a while, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew it was working, and he was one of the men that could explain it to me. And you can Google him. He does some very, very good work. So what does the course involve? First of all, we look at divining. We work with the art of divining, practicing you in divining, to get you in a way with your pendulum and with your rods, so that you're accurate and that you know your yeses and nos, and you know what to feel from the rods and all that. We spend quite a while on that. We work with working with that energy, and then in relation, we bring you out to experience the energy of the ley lines and what the reaction from your rods are, because the reaction with everyone can be different. But it's being able to clarify how your body reacts, how your energy reacts, that when you hit on these lines, and what to do with them. And we work through all the lines like that. And we take all that. So when we work outside, we show you all the energy work that needs to be done outside. There's quite a bit. We work on that. And then we take you into the house, and we work on the energies within the house. We look at the energy in the house, the chi levels in it, the frequency levels in it. If they're low, it means they have to come high, and to be able to rise them and to bring them up. And also how to work with ghosts. How to release ghosts in a house, because lots of houses, most of the houses I have visited in my 30 years odd, there's always been a few lads hanging around. And lots of times when people call you to do the work, I believe, they feel there's something wrong. The geopathic stress and the other things are part of the aspect, but sometimes the ghost is ready to go, and they need you to come to take it away. And we'll show you how to deal with that. There's also curses, imprints, different things that you can come along. And I'm keeping this very simple to let you know of what happens. So it covers, there's 16 to 18 different modalities that we look at within a house. We don't just look at the spirit lines, the ley lines, and the ghosts and say it's healed. It's not. There's many other aspects of it. I won't go into it here, but we'll be dealing with it on the course. So the first 2 weekends are taken up with that, with becoming familiar with it, how to divine, hitting the different lines. We discuss it, we work with it. Then we show you how to do distant healing on houses, how to work from off a map and do all that kind of stuff. And I get lots of that work, believe it or believe it not. Especially during COVID, I got amount of houses from all over the world, and working with it in a way, distant healing. And over the years, between the outdoor healing and the indoor healing, the energy and the way I teach it and do it has absolutely changed. It's become a lot easier, because you know, you can spend 4 to 5 hours up on the site, and when you're on that site for that amount of time, your energy can become drained. But it's been able to work efficiently and being able to work in a good, fast way, so that we can get everything done and that you leave the place in a proper thing. The next weekend, what we really do is we work with a house, a real live house, and we work with the outside energy of the house, and we clear all that energy, and get you to familiarize yourself with it and work with it. Then we are back in class on the Sunday usually, and what we actually do there is we're working on distant healing and different aspects, taking your queries, taking your things, and clarifying everything for you. The other thing we work with as well, just after remembering, is the cauldrons. There's cauldrons in a person, 3 power centers, the same thing on land, and we show you how to heal with them. The next weekend, then, the Saturday, again, we're in the house, and what we actually do is we work inside the house, seeing what problems come up there, how to deal with them, and giving you confidence to be able to do the work. And basically, that's what the course entails. It's very hands-on. It's very practical. It's except for the first weekend, really, you're out there all the time doing the work in different formalities. And we'll show you how to work with remedies and different things like that. So that's it. If you're interested in the land and house healing, please contact us on info@Pathway Teaching. And through the email, we'll be able to get back to you and have a chat and explain it further to you. And I hope to see you there on the other side of the rods. Okay, thank you so much.